Welcome to Your Money Guides, brought to you by Interface Financial Planning.
Every month, Interface Financial Planning likes to conduct a full work meeting with everyone at Interface involved. These meetings are conducted via Zoom, mostly because the company has employees based all over the country and even the world, so it makes meeting up much easier than taking the train, bus, car or even plane over to an office. It's efficient too, and Alan rather enjoys seeing all those faces popping up on his screen. This January, the first meeting of the year was held, which is probably one of the most important work meetings of all. This meeting provided a time to get back into the swing of things, to put the festivities of Christmas and New Year away for another year, and to get on with helping others. Meetings are relatively straightforward in their format at Interface. It always starts with a welcome from Alan, a chance to quickly catch up on what everyone's been doing, and this helps to get people into the talking mode. Of course, sometimes everyone can't make the meeting, so Interface coordinates any apologies if necessary. Interface also touches on how everyone's feeling and begin by opening up the discussion to chat through ideas. After a nice, long Christmas break, it's refreshing to hear people are ready to go, and the time off often helps to open up the mind to new suggestions. Every month, the company set up a specific topic, which is normally the focus of the team meeting. They use the topic as a springboard, and the topic often leads to lots of other interesting discussion. Following the topic of the month, Interface reviews any recent developments and changes. This could be legislation, finance in the news, or anything else. For example, for the past 2 years, COVID has been a topic well versed at the Interface team meetings. They also plan ahead for the month and beyond. Finally, Interface summarises their decisions and puts together an action plan. Once the meeting's finished, the minutes are compiled and distributed. Alan always asks team members to feed back on the minutes and offer any suggestions they have. With 2022 here already, Alan is excited that it's going to be a great year. There's just so much happening, and the team at Interface consists of an amazing bunch of people. Alan worked out that together, the team has accumulated over 150 years of experience in financial services, and he's grateful that every member aims to be the best they can be in providing help and advice to the Interface clients. Alan's son, Tom, is almost a fully fledged IFA, and he's got his last exam coming up this month. Once the results are in, Interface Financial Planning will be applying for authorization from the FCA. His exam is based on 2 case studies. Once he's authorized, Interface's future is secure for another 25 years. Interface will be celebrating when this happens. This particular team meeting focused on the number of tasks that come back to Alan to review, sometimes 50 a day. One of the aims of 2022 is to delegate decision-making to the individual team member. Alan believes that most of his team have more experience than himself. So, decision-making should be easy enough to do without his input. That's what's going to happen this year. As always, sustainability is high up on Alan's list of priorities for 2022, with 100% of Interfaces and clients now only choosing sustainable funds. It's a brilliant starting point. It's Interface's chance to make a stand and make a difference to the world for our children and grandchildren. This is their unique selling point for 2022 onwards. During work meetings, Interface always touch on their social media. Did you know that they have over 1,300 subscribers? And that's thanks to their team. They've even got their own unique YouTube URL, and they've gained access to lots of other YouTube facilities because they reached the goalpost of 1,000 subscribers. This is all down to Jo Morgan's effort, and Alan says she leaves no stone unturned, so Jo is also Interface's protection expert, in charge of arranging life and critical illness insurances for clients. Alan has given her a new project for 2022. She will be reviewing all of Interface's clients' general insurance, house, etc. and will be reconsidering rebroking Interface's high-grade policies to 3XD and offering the service to new clients. As well as their thriving YouTube channel, Interface has a podcast too, thanks to Ori Henderson who organises it for them. Did you know that Interface has listeners from as far away as the Philippines and Colombia? Our blogger, Max Crossick, has been amazing, producing over 40 blogs and monthly articles, some for Professional Advisor. She also helped Interface with the book Alan's been writing called Financial Planning Can Change Your Life. Currently, the book is with Matt Morris, who's checking and typesetting it. This month, Interface is excitedly preparing graphics and discussing the launch date for publication on Amazon. Thrilling times! Interface's design is all down to Ray Shirley, and Interface has just engaged her husband, Craig Ward, to develop their Instagram channel. They're getting very social indeed. As for their website, which is a wealth of information, it's all down to Lark, Interface's expert who has looked after the website for 6 years, making a tremendous difference. Lark lives in Oregon, USA, and due to the time difference, she often can't make Interface monthly meetings. But she's kept in the loop with their meeting minutes. Lark's husband, Matt, often gets involved too, and Alan and Matt have become great friends, as well as superb business partners. Interface also conducts search engine optimization to make sure they're visible on Google and other search engines. Laura Phillips is responsible for that, and she works with Lark to ensure all of Interface's guides, blogs, videos and podcasts get out there. All of the above is marketing, and some businesses may question the financial return. For Alan, it's more than a return on investment. His passion is for people everywhere to have access to good financial information in whatever format suits them best. Using Interface, people can read, listen or watch our content through multiple formats and channels. In fact, it's all down to all of the above that we've earned the accolade of Interpedia, and there's more to come. Back in 2015, Alan became Sarah Challoner's first client when she set up Advisor Outsourcing, and since then, she's been a rock. Even though she now helps over 60 financial firms, she's available to help Interface at any time. Only yesterday, a Sunday afternoon, did Alan have a software issue with a new client in Southampton. And Sarah was right there at the end of an email to help. Sarah deals with all of Alan's IntelliFlow or PaperCloud issues, and he asked his team at the January work meeting to direct any of their IntelliFlow or PaperCloud issues direct to Sarah. She has more expertise on these systems than anyone Alan knows. Almost all of Interface's clients want to undertake estate planning, and with good reason. That all goes through Katie, who's also our expert on drawing up wills, trusts and LPAs. Alan has been writing client wills since 1990, and Interface works with Countrywide Tax and Trust, who provide secure storage of these wills, as well as software training, support and other services. This is such an important aspect of Interface, and without Katie, Interface simply wouldn't have enough time to do it. At the January meeting, Alan offered wills and LPAs free of charge to all of his team, and one of Alan's team members, Sarah Harvey, has already had hers and her husband's wills completed. The same goes for regulated business. Sarah has moved 2 of her paid-up DC pensions, and she's delighted that she has control over investment in sustainable funds for her son Alfie's future, at no charge, of course. At this point, it should be mentioned that it irritates Alan when the companies that people work for say that they can't deal with their own employees' pensions or investments because they're too small for them to deal with. Alan doesn't subscribe to that. He will always help his team when he can. That leads nicely onto funeral planning, which is associated with will writing. Alan's still waiting for his application to the FCA to be approved. Funeral plans will become regulated advice from July of this year. The application for the variation of permissions associated with funeral planning regulation was not for the faint-hearted. Alan cannot express the amount of paperwork and the number of emails required by the FCA to obtain approval. It was way out of proportion to the risk. There will no longer be any commission on funeral plans, and the amount of a plan will be required to the order of £3,500. And there is no ongoing advice required. Yet, the FCA wanted more information than you need when investing £1 million. Alan will be interested to see how many firms gain permission. He's been told that there are only a few applying. Interface may indeed be the only one. Moving on. Alan really enjoys developing Interface's online remote business. It's fun and exciting, and he loves the challenge, pushing the boundaries of what can be done. There's so much more to come. Alan is developing an online financial calculator library. He has an initial list of 30, which will be branded and hosted by Interface. Tomorrow, Interface has a meeting with a software development company to take this forward. Alan has done a lot of research. Most IFA websites don't have calculators, and the few that do are limited in what they can provide. Alan's aim is to do what Interface has done with YouTube, podcasts and guides, and of course, be the best at what Interface does. Every week, Interface gets inquiries from potential new clients, and Alan's team needs to be involved in all business processes. Alan's now using mind maps, thanks to one of Interface's clients who uses these for her own business. He sent all of his team an invitation to register on MindMeister so that Interface can collaborate. The first mind map will be out later this week. Finally, let's talk about IntelliFlow. There is a huge development program available now, and Interface's clients will see some significant enhancements to their personal finance portal account as they move through the first and second quarter of 2022. Interface is on the cusp and leading the way. The firms that don't embrace the same approach will undoubtedly go the same way as the fax machine. As for Interface's financial goals for 2022, after all, Interface is all about finance, Alan would like to say it's to increase Interface's AUM from £12 million to £20 million. However, that is nowhere near as important as being the best at what Interface does and ensuring that all of their clients receive the care and attention that they deserve.
For more information, visit our website at interfacefinancialplanning.co.uk.